Well, hello once again. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting today, Christmas Day 2011, from Bucharest in Romania. And this is the view you get from the 9th floor of my hostel, the Hostel Tina, in Sector 3 in Bucharest. We will now look. As you can see, as far as the eye can see, there are blocks of flats, some 10, some 12 stories high. There are 86,000 blocks of flats like these all over Bucharest. 86,000, with millions of people living in them. And this is the legacy of Ceausescu in the communist era, because he believed in everybody living in big cities like this. And all across the horizon you can see blocks of flats, blocks of flats, blocks of flats. So everybody lives in flats. Nobody has a garden here, at least in Bucharest, but out in the country it's different. In the country they still have houses with a garden, and some people keep chickens. Now this is Christmas Day 2011. We will now have a look down, and as you can see, the street below, like many streets in any city in the world, are full of motor cars, which I hate and loathe and detest, because apart from poisoning the air and killing millions of people, they give off poison fumes. So even walking in the streets, they look ugly, they smell ugly, and they're dangerous because of the motor car. And people have lost the use of their legs. Well, back to the view. As you can see, many of these blocks of flats are in a poor condition, but they are beginning slowly, as you can see with this block here, to redecorate them, refurbish them as they call them. And this one has been painted on the outside a nice pale blue, or a bluey sort of green. There are plenty of trees around, and in the spring of course they look very nice. And in the distance there is a lake, which I think you can probably see now. Though these cameras, the little handheld video cameras, are not particularly good on photographing scenery like this. Now today is Christmas Day, when we're all supposed to love each other, thanks to a man called Jesus Christ, a great man who died to prove the point that life is only a beginning, death is only a beginning, not the end. And he came back to prove it, and he did prove it, and billions of people on this planet have been greatly encouraged with hope and joy because of it. That was a great man. I don't believe he was God. He didn't believe he was God. He didn't say he was God. He referred to God as his Father. Well, I refer to God as my Father. But I'm not God. Some people think I might be, but I'm definitely not. Now what I'm coming to is, we're all members of the EU, all of us. Now we can look down our noses at these blocks of flats, and in England we think of them as something terrible from the past. Well, maybe they are, but nevertheless the people here in these blocks of flats are not cold. The heating system, which is centralised, which means the hot water and the heat arrives from outside the building, is very efficient. And as far as taxes are concerned, they pay a fraction of what we pay in council tax in the UK, a fraction. And their heat and light and hot water are all part of the monthly charge. So we don't have very much to boast about in the UK. In the UK, many people are afraid to put the heating on, but here everybody's warm as toast. So that's the view. It's a nice sunny day. It's very cold here, but there's no snow. It's about -1, something like that outside, and it falls to -3 or 4 during the night. Well, just to prove that again that this is me, here is a picture of me from inside the Hostel Tina here in Bucharest. Now, and we're back to the view again. I'm going to say cheerio, let's all learn on this Christmas Day that we are all in the same boat. The fact that this is called Romania is purely an accident of history. So all that having different countries has brought us is war after useless, senseless war, in which 100 million people have died in the last 2,000 years. So if we want to go on having war after war after war, then go on having different countries the way we have. But the EU has given us 50 years of peace, more than any other system. So don't sit there smugly in England, you Eurosceptics, and Mr. Cameron and all the rest of you, looking down your noses at the EU. I discovered today that hardly any school in the UK teaches the children about the EU, and yet we're members of it, and we pay out millions of pounds a year in wages to the MEPs. Are we crazy? We're in the European community, but we don't seem to appreciate what a marvellous organisation this is. As you know, I believe in the United States of Europe. If we have a United States of Europe, we will be the greatest power on earth, far outclassing the United States and China combined. But we need that because America, without somebody of equal power, tends to go running around starting wars, as you've noticed in Iraq and Afghanistan. And when we don't feel we're part of Europe, but when we feel that we're closer to America, we in Britain tend to follow suit, as you've noticed in Iraq and Afghanistan. Well, I better close now. It's a nice sunny day. God bless, while it's still legal in the UK to say God bless. Take care, and bye for now.